And his opponent, a very experienced man from England, having played 14 World Championships already in his career. He is making his 7th European Tour event here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Superman, Matt Clark!
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Matt Clark. A man who would have needed a superhuman effort last weekend to beat Dave Chisnell, who chucked in a 112 average in the second round of the European Darts Grand Prix. To get to that stage, Matt Clark had beaten a home nation qualifier. That was in Germany, so René Berndt was the man that was knocked out by Matt Clark to upset the home crowd. Will he leave the Gibraltar crowd with the same feelings? He takes on Justin Broton, making his European Tour debut. And joining me, Chris Murphy, to talk you through this one, Dan Dawson.
Yep. Broton, one of 5 host nation qualifiers we've got in action today at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, coming through the qualifiers last night. Normally we'd only have 4, but a late withdrawal from Adrian Lewis, the 2-time world champion, means there was an extra spot up for grabs, and Broton, the man to claim it for his Euro Tour debut. How far away is he?
Matt to throw first. Game on.
We saw Darren Webster hit the heights and move into the second round earlier on. And Matt Clark, well, he's starting like Superman.
100
Maximan.
Ooh. Oh. Very nearly back-to-back 180s to start this one off.
Yeah, we had 3 very close encounters indeed. A 6-4 for Alan Taburn against
45.
Jeffrey Disvan, and then 2 matches that went the full 11 legs. Johnny Clayton edging out Justin Pipe, and Darren Webster, as I mentioned, seeing off Richie Corner. But then James Richardson
78.
eased past Matt Dennant in the last match. 6-1 win. And that's kind of got us back on schedule.
121.
The winner of this will face a former winner on the European Tour, Alan Chuck Norris, number 9 seed here this weekend.
96. Match record 155.
155, starting on treble 20, down to treble 19. Doesn't get a shot at double, but it will not matter, or should not matter, because Broton can't go out anywhere from 187. So Clark will return for 2 darts at double, barring a stray one that misses a big number. Well, we've seen a few of those today.
Well, straightforward stuff this for Matt Clark, or at least it should be. Double top. 14 dart leg, 56 check out.
Second leg Justin.
Solid start from Superman, as he looks to book his place in the second round to face Alan Norris. This is in the quarter of the draw that does include the top seed Peter Wright as Broton.
140.
Starts off with a ton 40 in this leg, just as he did the last one. Dyson Parodi, the top player in Gibraltar, he smashed his way through qualifying in, I would imagine, typically subtle style last night. Don't think he dropped a leg. We will see Dyson in action this afternoon, taking on Poker Face
44.
Magnus Karras. Magnus coming through the Nordic and Baltic qualifier. Last weekend, of course, that was Ulf Cedar, who turned out to be pretty dangerous. In fact, Broton was knocked out by Ulf Cedar in trying to qualify for the Lakeside last year. And that is a maximum for the Gibraltarian.
He's a fairly unknown quantity, as we said, making his Euro Tour debut. Looking to respond.
123, Justin, you record 137.
It's often regarded as kind of kind draw getting one of the home nation qualifiers. But you've got to say Matt Clark has earned it 'cause he beat Robbie
59,
Green and Dave
Matthew
Pallett
Record,
to get to this
143.
tournament.
Yeah, he certainly played some good stuff last week. As you say, he walked into an absolute beasting from Dave Chisnell. Not much anybody could have done against Chisney, but he stuck with him
Justin, you
for
record
the early part of the
78.
game. Can Broton stick with Clark here? 78 check out. Well, now 74. Single 20 will leave tops.
38, Matthew record 84.
Clark's got a chance to break. Started this match with a 14 dart leg. 14 or a 15 darter here. And it's 2-0. 14 for Bull. Bullseye he wants. Oh, it's spat back out the board. He can't
50.
understand it.
Sorry, 34.
I'm not sure I understand it.
Justin, you record 40.
George Noble couldn't seem to understand it. Matt Clark couldn't understand this. This.
A shot in the second leg,
Yeah,
Justin Broton.
Broton. Well, you can't really
The leg
use the
match
word
to throw
punishes
first.
Matt Clark 'cause he didn't make a mistake.
Punishes his misfortune. I mean, Matt Clark just has a permanent expression of confusion anyway. But I mean, that was
140.
compounded in that instant.
Well, it seemed to hit the middle of the ball, and just if your name's not on the list, you're not coming in.
44.
Was the response.
Broton's come and given Q School a couple of goes. He came to Wigan, Robin Park Tennis Centre at the
100.
start of this year, played all 4 days, but didn't go well. 4 first-round defeats, lost to Alan Tabben, Sam Hamilton, Mark Stevenson,
60.
and the wonderfully named Eddie Lovely.
Wasn't lovely for Justin, was it?
No.
How
no, it
did,
wasn't.
was Mooseburger in that? How did he get on?
No, I've not seen his name, which is perhaps for the best because I can't think about it without
57.
bursting into giggles. Played some Challenge Tour stuff as well, Justin. Turned up for the Challenge Tour weekend at the end of March. Did win a couple of games, but didn't pick up a great deal of
59.
money. He only made 50 quid from the 4 tournaments. Now then.
140.
Come 40, gets Clark down to 64. Broton nowhere near. Looks a bit loose, which I think is why he came down the board there, because there was a lot of treble 20 to aim
98.
for, but just
Matthew
seemed to
requires
wobble a bit that
64.
dart. Treble 16 or treble 8? Treble 8, double top. Now for double 10.
54.
Not the end of the world for Superman.
See what kind of pressure Broton can apply. 140 would be
100.
lovely.
Matthew record 10.
Clark just taking his time. Now, double 2.
A shot in the
pins it.
third leg.
Edges
Matt
back
Clark will
ahead.
break Justin to throw first.
We'll have a look in a minute, but I'm
Game.
always amazed at Matt Clark's throw, just the seeming lack of force in it that the dart
100.
managed to glide into the board, even reach the board.
Just a sort of wristy flick, isn't it?
Yeah.
$45.
Well, swapping the expression of confusion for a bit of an angry stare at the board then, Matt Clark.
100.
Bit of a scowl etched on his face. Still furious with a bullseye.
$100.
Clark was one of eight
45.
players who qualified for 2 European Tour events in the same evening in Wigan a few weeks ago. That was last week's European Darts Grand Prix, and this Gibraltar Darts Trophy, where he's certainly making his mark for a bit of a match.
Yeah.
Again, the following day he went on to beat Simon Whitlock in the first round of the Players' Championship event as well.
Yeah, he's played some decent stuff of late.
Yeah, maybe enjoying a kind of purple patch.
He's averaging 95 here. It was his finishing that was excellent in his opening round win against Rene Burnt
66.
last time out in Sindelfingen, won that 6-4, and he only missed 2 darts at double in the entire game, Matt Clark, in that opening round win.
84. Match require 110.
This would be a blow to Broton. Only needs 1 treble, so it's still on. Can't find it though. No chance.
54.
The Gibraltar
You
man
require 87.
should get at least a dart at the ball himself.
It is only a dart at the ball.
53. Match require 56.
Yeah, he never even considered going for the treble 20 there, did it? Well, I assume he didn't consider it.
Well, he gave himself a dart for the leg. But Matt Clark gets 2, and this is for the first break of throw. And that's exactly what he's got. 56 checkout for the second time in this match. Matt Clark does open up a 2-leg gap. 3 legs won, 3 more needed to set up a second round shootout with Alan Norris. As always on the Euro Tour, seeded players, 16 of them entering the action on the Saturday at the second round stage.
122.
Sunday sees the last 16 in the afternoon, and the quarterfinals, the semi-final, and the final on the way in the evening.
100.
Seen a Gibraltarian make the final session of action. Dyson Parodi. Incredible run. Very nearly made the semi-finals. Missed darts to beat Michael Van Gerwen.
Yeah.
He's not here this weekend.
Running scared.
He was.
Maybe that's why he's not turned up.
Intimidating man, Dyson.
140.
It's a good visit, but Clark has a chance to get his nose in front. He's on his throw though, so if Broton can get this leg,
96.
certainly keep it up firmly alive.
$39.
Not a bad time to score 39. He really did have a chance to steal a march there on Matt Clark.
Yeah, there aren't many good times to score 39, but that was a particularly bad one.
The end of a leg when you've got 39
60.
left.
Yeah.
Decent time.
Yeah, best time, I would argue.
The only time. This would be a good time for Matt Clark to score
100.
164. There's never a bad time to score
164.
164. You're going to tell me unless you've got 100.
Unless you've got 39.
Yeah. Very bad time. It's on though.
Well, it at least saves him any stress and strife on the bullseye.
84.
Well, just about
That's
half the
your
score leaves 80.
122.
Broton will start on the 18s here. Good dart. Was he not expecting to hit it? Was it? Oh, dear me. Well, a single 18
72.
would have left him one at the
That's require
bullseye.
80.
You just do wonder if that just put him out of his stride a little bit. If he could have just followed straight where he was, he may have even found the treble again. We will never know, but will it cost him dearly as Clark eyes up tops?
60. Justin, you require 50.
Well, he knows what's left now.
Double top. Break
Short
back
to the
for
fifth leg.
Broton.
Justin Broton.
Yeah.
Sixth leg, Justin to throw first. Game on.
Maybe wisely stayed away from the 18 after missing it with the previous start.
140.
Certainly showing that he can play this game.
Justin Broton, until January this year, was actually the secretary of the Gibraltar Darts Association. I'm not sure what
60.
that encompasses in terms of his duties. It might be sticking the chairs out for today. They do have
93.
a setup here for darts. They've got their own league. They've got academy here. We've seen a couple of the young lads play on this stage last year for the right to compete
95.
on the world stage in the World Youth Championship.
140.
Done 40 for Clark, but he's not down to a finish. Left a bogey number. That means that Broton here has got a little bit of an insurance policy.
81.
81 could have been better. Scowl returning to Matt Clark's face.
96.
Well,
Justin, you require 125.
If Justin Broton can produce one of those really eye-pleasing finishes, but it's not going to happen. And had he found the 25, it would be on. Clark
85.
with a chance to
Match
break
record
straight back,
72.
just as his opponent did in the previous leg.
You're going to get one dart at tops. And for the third time in this match, Matt Clark pins tops.
Well,
The flag Matt to throw first. Game on.
Stared that double top down before he pierced the bed. Like it just insulted him in some way. It's working, isn't it, this angry zone that he's got himself into?
140. 97. 96.
In control of this leg as well. Becoming an uphill task for the first home nation qualifier of the 5 to
33.
appear today at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy.
Yeah, Anthony Lopez, Manuel Valerio and Dylan Duo all on the way this evening, but the main star of Gibraltar Darts, Dyson Parodi, on the way this afternoon, penultimate game of this afternoon's session against Magnus Karris.
134.
That follows the Martin Schindler Callan Rids game. Callan making his debut on the European Tour. Has played big stage darts in the BDO. First time we've seen him on a big PDC stage.
100.
That will make interesting
Match record
viewing.
131.
Sounds what a 1-3-1 checkout. Exciting viewing. Could he go tops?
Well, 20
111.
tops is an option. Leaves himself double 10. He's been very good at double top, Matt Clark, hitting it even when he doesn't want to.
Let's see
66.
what he's like on double
Match
10.
record 20.
Close, he thought. It could have been in. Now double 5 next to double top,
15.
but not in.
Well, he did pin double 2 to win the third leg, Matt Clark. So he'll come back 1 for double 2 for a 5-2 lead and put Justin Broton on the brink.
I've seen players
59. Match record
decide
5.
not to go for double 5 in that situation and just bust the score, but Clark opts to take aim at double 2 again. Maybe tricky.
1. Justin, you record 146.
Well, this would be some checkout, and it really would turn the game on its head. It's not going to happen.
41.
Well, he knocked off
Match
41 in the
record
end. So Matt Clark, he's missed handfuls of doubles in this leg. But to edge within one leg of a second round meeting with Alan Norris. Double two. Still double two.
He's had to move a long way to the left.
2. Justin, you require 105.
We have to say he's made a bit of a mess of this. Can still be done this. Not anymore. Matt Clark
41. Match you require 2.
carries on. Double one this time.
By my reckoning, he's missed 8 darts for this leg already. Into double figures now. But finally, the Matt House
Matt Clark
sees it off.
5-2
to Matt Clark. And Justin Broton, the first Gibraltarian player we've seen in action this weekend at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, has to win 4 legs on the spin,
100.
or he'll be going out 6-2 on debut.
Yeah, certainly hasn't disgraced himself. He can hold his head high. Flashes of strong stuff.
82.
Just not enough to contend with Superman. He's tended to have his bad legs kind of when Matt Clark's had his bad legs as well. So, as you saw there, Matt Clark missing, what, 10 darts at double and his opponent not even getting one.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Clark, the average has been dragged down by all those missed doubles.
26.
Certainly the back end of that leg, but he was averaging 95 for a chunk of this game. A solid display.
$140.
Well, he's looking likely to just hang on in there for another leg at least.
58.
Justin Broton.
$44.
Kind of feel one big visit from Clark could
100.
change that, because Justin's not left to finish by only scoring 44 last time out. He's on one now.
121.
Well, we'll see if Broton fancies the double 19 or if he wants to split it. Players will look over on the right-hand side of the board. They'll go 6 for double 16, but you've got the insurance. If you hit that 10, you've still got a
38.
double that a few people like, Mensah in particular.
Well, it's the bottom of the board, and he's done that. He's kind of gone into the corridor of opportunity.
And
it's paid off for him.
Justin Broton. I expect Matt to throw first. Game on.
I did wonder if he may go for double 9. He's not a tall man.
No.
It's at the bottom of the board, but
Right in his eye line.
if you win the leg,
140.
you've done the right thing.
And he's still got a chance of getting into this game because Matt Clark has had a poor
60.
leg there. If Broton could just nick one against the throw here, looks very, very different. But Clark, you get the feeling he knew halfway through that last leg when he was nowhere, 250 points behind.
95.
The next leg was the key one. On throw, close it out, get it done 6-3. It's kicked off 140. Followed it with 95.
59.
And no trebles from Justin Broton means that Matt Clark should get match darts and should get a whole bunch of them.
It looks like he'll be on a finish after 9 darts. Will be.
180.
It's a very, very handy finish indeed, thanks to that 180. 86 left after 9 darts thrown, and he's done exactly what you said, Danny. He just stayed on the shoulder and then made a charge towards the finish line.
3 maximums in this game for Matt Clark. He's looking at 86, well, 12 off, so that'll leave 74. Yep, that's right. Lovely dart. Double 16 for a 12 dart leg to close
54.
it out. He misses outside, but Broton, 327 points he's got to make up here. And a skinny 5 doesn't do much damage.
85. Match
Well,
required.
he manages to make
32.
up 85, but may not get the chance to reduce his score any further. Well, that's a long way away from Clark. Double four.
Game
And this
shot.
time,
And the
he
match,
sinks it. Matt Clark through to the second round of the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. The first home nation hope has been eliminated, but 4 more Gibraltar qualifiers will take to the stage. 1 of them this afternoon, 3 this evening, and 1 of them is coming in a couple of games' time. But before we see Dyson Parodi against Magnus Carris, we'll have Martin Schindler against a Euro Tour debutant in Callan Ridge. We'll have that after we've had a word with Matt Clark.